Today, I'll tell you the story of the most ridiculous thing ever to happen in Pine Creek, a small, quirky town where nothing truly extraordinary ever happens, except that one time in the spring of 1999, when the entire town band ended up stuck in a tree. Yes, a tree. It all started on a warm Saturday morning in April. The Pine Creek Town Band was preparing for their annual Spring Fling Parade. This year, the band had a brand new float, a giant, papier-mâché oak tree designed to celebrate the town's heritage of forestry, a phrase that no one really understood, but everyone pretended to. The tree float was a marvel of small-town engineering, 12 feet tall, with shiny green leaves, a hollow base for the band to sit inside, and a clever pulley system that made squirrels pop out of tiny holes. The mayor himself declared it a work of art at its unveiling. Unfortunately, the art was built on a second-hand flatbed truck with questionable brakes, but no one seemed too worried about that. The parade started off perfectly. The band, packed inside the float, played a spirited rendition of When the Saints Go Marching In. Townsfolk lined the streets, cheering and waving flags. Children chased candy thrown by the Girl Scouts in the float ahead. Then, as the parade route turned down Main Street, disaster struck. The truck driver, old Mr. Wilbur, who was known for dozing off during bingo, somehow forgot to steer the float away from the steep hill at the end of the street. Instead of turning, the float began rolling faster and faster, straight toward the hill. "Wilbur! The brakes!" someone shouted, but it was too late. Inside the tree, the band members clutched their instruments as the float careened downhill. "Why is it moving so fast?" yelled Sarah, the flutist. "Hold on to something," shouted Barry, the tuba player, who had wedged himself into a corner for safety. The float hit a bump at the bottom of the hill, and the entire thing launched into the air like a poorly designed carnival ride. It soared for a moment, defying gravity, before crashing into a large maple tree in the park. When the dust settled, the band found themselves suspended in the branches, instruments and papier-mâché leaves tangled together like a bizarre art installation. Meanwhile, the rest of the parade came to a screeching halt as townsfolk ran to the park to gawk at the spectacle. "Is that the band?" asked little Timmy, pointing up at the tree. "Looks like it," said his mom, shielding her eyes from the sun. "Well, they've outdone themselves this year." It took the fire department 2 hours, 3 ladders, and a crane to rescue everyone from the tree. No one was seriously hurt, though Barry insisted his tuba had a dent that completely ruined its tone. The town mayor tried to spin the incident as a success. "This just shows the creativity and determination of Pine Creek," he declared during the evening news. "We don't just play music, we elevate it." For weeks afterward, the B.A.